Today, we step away from crime, mystery, and horror to bring you something different. A story not of tragedy, but of hope. A story of love, loss, and reunion. This is the journey of Kati Pohler, a young girl who grew up in America, never knowing the family she had left behind. For years, she lived with unanswered questions. She wondered, where am I from? Why was I given away? And will I ever find the people who once held me in their arms? It pained. She was sad. Her search led her across the world, back to China, where a promise written decades ago had been waiting for her. A promise left on a bridge, not one built of stone and steel, but of perseverance, fate, and family. Stay with us as we unfold the moving tale of the broken bridge in Hangzhou and how it reunited a daughter with the family she never knew she had. She grows up in a home filled with warmth and laughter. Her adoptive parents, Ken and Ruth Pohler, never let her feel unloved, giving her everything a child could need, except the one thing they could never fully answer: where she truly came from. As she grows older, she begins to notice the subtle differences. In school, friends talk about resembling their parents. The same smile, the same nose, the same laugh. But when she looks in the mirror, she sees something else. A quiet dissonance, a question she doesn't yet have the words for. One evening, while helping her mother in the kitchen, she finally asks, "Mom, did I come from your tummy?" Her mother hesitates just for a second, then she smiles and says, "Sweetheart, you came from love." That answer stays with her. It's not a lie, but it's not the whole truth either. Years pass, and life moves on. But deep inside, the questions grow louder. Who were the people who first held her? What did they look like? Why did they leave her? One day, she finally uncovers the truth. As she digs deeper into old documents and adoption papers, she pieces together fragments of history. China's one-child policy forced families into impossible choices. Some fought against the restrictions. Others, like hers, were forced to let go, not out of cruelty, but out of hope. And then, she learns how it happened. Shulita, Kati's biological father, loved her. There was no question about that. But the weight of their world, shaped by China's one-child policy, left him and his wife Chen Fengxiang with no choice. They named her Jingji. They knew that keeping her meant hardship, perhaps even punishment. And as painful as it was, Shulita wanted something better for his daughter, a chance at life beyond the struggle he couldn't escape. So, one day, he walked into the Hangzhou local market, holding the infant baby of just 3 days, close to his heartbeat heavy with every step. He chose a spot near the busiest entrance, a place where merchants greeted strangers and children ran past with laughter, a place where someone would surely find her. He knelt down, adjusting the blanket around her tiny body. Baby Jingji looked up at him, small, innocent, trusting. He whispered something, a prayer, a promise, maybe even an apology. He carefully left a note written in Chinese with the little girl. It read, "Our daughter, Jingji, was born at 10 a.m. on the 24th day of the 7th month of the lunar calendar, 1995. We have been forced by poverty and affairs of the world to abandon her. Oh, pity the hearts of fathers and mothers far and near. Thank you for saving our little daughter and taking her into your care. If the heavens have feelings, if we are brought together by fate, then let us meet again on the broken bridge in Hangzhou on the morning of the Qixi festival in 10 or 20 years from now." He hoped that whoever adopts her would be kind enough to bring her at the bridge. And then, with a heavy heart, he walked away. He forced himself not to turn back. But with every step, he felt himself breaking. Would she cry? Would someone pick her up right away? Would she ever understand why he did this? For years, the pain of that moment stayed with him. He never forgot her face, never let go of the hope that one day she would search for him, that maybe, somehow, she would understand. His wife went through the pain equally, crying every now and then. So, thousands of miles away in America, Kati dreams of meeting up with her biological parents. She is determined to find out. At the same time, she knows how much she loves her American parents. Her adoptive mother, too, undergoes a lot of stress. The adoptive parents feared what if the biological parents lay a claim on her, but she assures them that she loves them too much. It's just that she needs to know her roots. Her adoptive parents support her decision. If this is what you need, then go, they tell her. Find them. Learn your story. She begins researching, piecing together fragments of history, China's one-child policy, the families torn apart, the fathers and mothers forced to make impossible choices. She learns that some parents left their newborns in marketplaces, hoping someone kind would take them in. The axis of her story actually revolves around this bridge, a broken bridge, a place she has never seen or been to. But then suddenly, it becomes everything. A decade after leaving their newborn behind, Qian Fengxiang and Xu Lida return to the broken bridge, holding on to hope that they might finally see their daughter again. Determined, they carried a large sign bearing her name, echoing the message they had once left with her all those years ago. Arriving early in the morning, they stood by the bridge, scanning every passerby, their hearts heavy with anticipation. Hours passed, the crowd shifted, but their daughter never came. As the afternoon faded into evening, with the clock striking 4 p.m., they were forced to leave, disappointed, yet still clinging to the possibility that fate would reunite them one day. So she travels across the world, searching for the bridge, for the man who once wrote those words, for the people who once waited for her. And when she finally arrives at the broken bridge in Hangzhou, she stands there, letter in hand, heart pounding. And then she sees him, her father, joined by her mother and older sister. Her father, an older man, standing at the edge, searching the faces in the crowd, just as he has every year, just as he promised. Their eyes meet. Tears blur her vision. He doesn't speak. Her mother and sister break down in tears. Her father simply opens his arms, as if he has been holding on to this moment for decades. And without hesitation, she steps forward. Her parents are full of gratitude and appreciation towards her adoptive parents for bringing up her so well. The reunion, though filled with tears, was deeply comforting, drawing the family closer in a way words could hardly capture. The weight of the past began to lift, replaced by an unspoken understanding, a quiet healing. She spends few days with the family, learns more about them and the culture, and she now knows she is loved by not one but two families. Growing up in America, she had two brothers, and now she has a sister too. She says, "I call Xiao Chen's sister in Mandarin because I don't have a sister in America, but I do not call my birth parents mother and father because I have a mother and father at home." She knows she is very blessed, a special child. With a promise to visit them again, she returns to her adoptive parents, who were visibly elated with what she achieved. As we reach the end of this beautiful and heartwarming journey of Kati, let's take a moment to talk about the broken bridge. Because, well, it isn't actually broken. Despite its name, it stands firm, connecting thousands of people every day. But perhaps, in its own poetic way, it was never meant to signify cracks in stone. It was meant to reflect something deeper. Because for decades, a little girl remained separated. A promise left on this bridge waited to be fulfilled. And at 22 years of age, when Kati finally arrived, she didn't find ruins. She found reunion. And life goes on. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more incredible stories that move, inspire, and connect us all.